All right. Hello everybody. Everybody. Come on. I can't even talk. So today I'd like to get my paper out. So today I'd like to do a quick unboxing and preview, or maybe review of a pair of shoes from my good friend Wayman Bespoke. So let's start by unboxing. I already opened the box, but the shoes I have not. So the shoe packaging come in a very nice package, very well packaged and quite personalized. There's nothing else in here. Alright. And let me turn that autofocus off. It's annoying. There we go. Alright, so I've known him for a while now. I've known Simon for a while, like actually 2 years maybe. So he was a good friend, good shoes friend, good sartorial friend. That we talk like almost every day on Instagram, and we've exchanged a lot of information in email. So I've decided to get a pair of shoes from him when he launched his brand, Wayman Bespoke. And if I can open this, yeah, first thing, Simon, change your knot, brother. There we go. Packing paper, bubble wrap. Leave it there. Leave that there. All right, personalized note. Very personalized. I like it. So, you want to read it? Here. Ooh, an awesome buffalo horn, shoe horn, with his logo on it. And I'll leave that here. And the shoes, alright. So this is a very nice, like corduroy shoe bags with embroider logo on it. Alright. Two shoe bags. Two shoe bags are actually a very good sign, because I've seen and own a lot of shoes that even very high price and very famous, but they have only one shoe bag each. And look at that, two different color. There we go. It's just the focus. All right, here's the star of the game. There we go. So let's start by placing them side by side. So for this pair, I've always wanted a nice pair of spectator, which is a two-tone design and two type of leathers and all that. And these shoes are hand welted, hand lasted in China. So I'll talk into more details in a little bit. So very nice. So I chose the almond toe with side chisel profile. As you can see, the execution is very nice, very clean. And you see the last little lash right there, that's a bespoke feature that's available on very high-end bespoke shoemaker from Japan, Europe, and from Japanese and European shoemaker. And a nice Cuban heel. Nice little Cuban heel stack. There, right there. See that? Very nicely trimmed. And so for my pair here, I chose Sand Sway from Charles F. Stead, and I believe the dark brown box cap is from Weinheimer. I don't know, I may butcher the name. So, and last is shoe trees, of course, if I can get that out. First, I gotta loosen these. Alright, very nice elastic shoe trees, but I opted for the spring loaded first, and after several pairs I will get the spring loaded, not spring, but the hinged variation. Alright, very nice here, half insole, fully lined. And my shoes, instead of a fiddle back waist, I have the very pronounced round waist, and a heavily pronounced and very 1930s space sole on it. As you can see here, space sole is this aggressive shape, go around right there, and a natural edge finish. So I'll, I'll start talking a quick little bit about oh, and look at that fudging here, very nice, very clean, very sharp. It's about 8 to 10 stitches per inch, and this also is machine stitch, because as of now this is a great way to save the cost and reflect transfer that saving back to the customer, which is ourselves. And so that's the unboxing, and overall I think they are very well made, they are very clean, very good price, very good value. And you can look at the medallion here. So the medallion, I have them mirrored. The medallion, they go outside, not copying each other, going into the same direction. So it's a constellation. Yeah, the shoe trees are beechwood, which is very rugged and very strong against the abuse, and if you abuse the shoe trees anyway. And there's no sharp edge, very nice, very clean, very smooth. Closed channel stitching with my initial. Alright, so put the shoes aside. I would like to discuss a little bit about so if you want to know general information about pricing, ease of process, and the process of going into it, you can look up look up my friend Vladimir Richet's video. He talked into details about it. But for me, there are a few things I wanted to talk about here that I think makes sense. So, first off, regarding customer service, Simon does an awesome job with customer service, with the design. So he has a bunch of house styles. I forgot the number, but he has a bunch of available house style that you can get to customize. You can mix leathers. You can mix. You can move stuff around. You can change the toe shape, change the medallion. But then there's also bespoke, custom, not bespoke, custom pattern that you can design with him, and along the process that you can send the ideas to him and be like, hey, I want this cap toe, but then I want the heel counter to be this shape. Is it possible? Hey, I want this pattern you have, but then can you extend the maybe the wingtip a little bit further? All that can be done, for a little upcharge, which I think is a great idea. Next is communication. So Simon, You know, so let me get this out of the way. Even though Simon is my buddy, a good friend, good friend of mine, I'm doing this quick review as a from a customer perspective. So get it out of the way. So next up is communication. He's very quick and very prompt with his responses. You can reach him through email, even through Instagram, and he's just as good and as quick and very clear and thorough with all of his messages and answer. And brand prestige. So unlike many others shoe brands that are out there, most of them started with a family heritage that the family has been making shoes for a long time. That they decided to open up the brand and reach out to the international market. So Simon, on the other hand, is just a guy with a with a day job that struggle to find shoes, ready to wear shoes that fit him well, because of how different and how unique his feet shape are. So he reached out to different people and started, building a relationship, making his own shoes, and then that became a dream, and the dream became a passion, a passion became a career, and that's how Wayman Bespoke was born. House style, they are while they have they have three toe shape and last shape available and a bunch of available styles available. They are still in the process of developing more. And I actually talked to Simon a lot about this, of how the toe shape can be changed, the pattern can be changed, the proportion can be moved around a little bit more to create something that's both sleek and elegant. So quality of materials and execution. So Simon's spent a lot of time doing researching and testing out materials from all over the world. His like my pair, the box cap came from Weinheimer Tannery in Germany, and the sled Sway came from England, and then he has Horween Hatch Grain. He has Zonta Museum Cap from Italy, and all the good stuff that you can think of. Of course, it's not the bespoke, the highest end bespoke leather, because the artisans already took their dips on those pieces. But then this is still very very high quality material. And outsole, he has access to almost virtually anything that you can think of. Vibram, um, um, Day Night, JR, some Italian house leather, all that. And the maker, the workshop. So the workshop that makes the shoes is actually in China, which is it's not a bad thing. I have no problem with anything beautiful and quality made in China, made in China, and I actually almost married one. So as seen here, the shoes are very well done, very well made. So aesthetic and proportion. So let's backtrack a little bit. Back then, when he first launched his brand, he used to have a little bit of problem with the proportion of the last, and a little bit of proportion with the pattern, and even the biggest problem with the instep. But then throughout a quick period of time, he worked with customers and worked with his workshop to completely revamp those issues and patterns. So the pattern maker in his workshop is actually very very experienced, that they can transform my idea into paper pattern really quickly and really like 99% spot on, which is a great thing, because pattern making in shoemaking or even in tailoring is like the heart and soul of the piece of art. Now, what to expect? So even though he called his project Wayman Bespoke, it's not like exact um, bespoke standard as people standardized it recently, because the process of a standardized, my bad, standardized bespoke pair of shoes need to have a physical meeting with the shoemakers or the workshop to get your measurements taken, and then the last gonna be crafted by hand. Try shoes can be made, and then there's another fitting schedule, and you have to get fitted, and then the shoe's gonna be cut open or discarded, or and the last will be adjusted, and then maybe one or two more fittings necessary before the final pair can be made. So with Simon uh, project here, you can start experiencing, like I would say this is a custom, quote unquote custom, um, semi bespoke, because you it's like almost made to measure, that you do your own measurement. You tell him exactly what's wrong with your feet that ready to wear shoes cannot accommodate, and what kind of expectation, or what do you want to see happen in your pair of shoes, and then he'll transfer those information over to the workshop in China, and they will make your last with the CNC machine, which save a lot of time and work for everybody. Everybody can be like can benefit from this, because the time you save, the money you save, and the and this expectation is great. So it's not a bespoke per se, but it's not a semi bespoke either. I would like to call it a made to measure custom with virtual fitting. Also, know your shoes and know your body. Why? Because shoes are made of leather, leather dress shoes are made of leather, and leather will stretch, it will crease, it will move around throughout the day, and you need to know your feet too. Like for example, I have flat feet, medium instep, skinny heel and skinny arching, and a little bit of arch. Like other people have a lot of arch, very high instep, but very thin and narrow feet. So know your feet and know how your feet will change throughout the day. Like my feet, they will expand about a quarter of a size at the end of the day, just because just because that's how my body works. And some people's feet actually expand by half a size to like three quarters of a size at the end of the day, and they never know why. At the end of the day, they feel terrible in their shoes, while the shoes fit really well at the beginning. Also, like choose a very good quality type of socks, thin, good quality socks. That will change your whole experience wearing shoes. Is there such a thing as perfect first pair? No. Even if you go to a very famous European or Japanese or whatever, like England shoemakers, there's no perfect first pair, because there are actually tweaks you can make to the second, third, or fourth pairs, and even the patterns can be moved around, can be pulled, can be stretched, can be pushed up and down. Like it is just the first pair is a chance for you to test yourself and the maker out. So do not expect the perfect first pair. I know it's not a small amount of money, but you still gotta expect some errors and some improvement can be made. So yeah, I think that's everything I want to say. Yeah, questions, comment, um, put down below, and I will also link the video that Vladimir Richer made, also featuring Wayman Bespoke. Cheers.